Yeah. Hustling and grinding, don't know where to go. Emerald Coast board, got the knowledge flow. Whispers in the wind, strategies unfold. Business blueprint like a pirate's code.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Tab Lab with your host, Mickey Kilburn, and myself, Neil Grossheider. We are excited that you guys are here with us today because today we're going to talk about something that we all struggle with. You may say you don't, but you actually do. And it's something as entrepreneurs we struggle with way more than pretty much anybody else. It's the art of saying no, because we inherently just want to say yes. But before we jump into anything, we want to give a big shout out to Tanya Seabrook and Seabrook Marketing. She has allowed us to use her studio because she is a fan of our podcast. So we want to give her a big shout out. If you've not ever heard of Tanya or not seen Tanya Seabrook and Seabrook Marketing, please check her out. She also has an amazing podcast as well that really dives down deep into event planning, and she's already starting to work on her second season of podcast stuff. So please check her out, YouTube, Spotify, everything else like that.
She's amazing.
She is. So big thanks to her. So Mickey.
Sir?
Why are we so bad at saying no?
Well, I think in our deep beings here, because as humans, especially you and I, we are people pleasers.
We are.
In the disc profile, I, of course, we're that way. But
that's true. I
think as business owners, we're that way too, because we don't always know. If we say no, we're afraid that it might not be best for us in our business. They're like, oh, I don't want to go to that business. He doesn't do anything. Or, you think it might be something that will lead to future business.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, how many small business owners, when they start off, do they not say no to anything? They say yes to everything. And now all of a sudden, what they wanted to do, they're not doing.
Right.
Because they just said yes to everything. And their primary vision, their primary goal and focus is way over here now, but they're stuck doing the things they said yes to. Like, that's a hard thing.
It is a hard thing, really. And, you can here's the thing that's kind of dangerous about that is you could say yes, and it's not your potential market, your customer. You could be saying yes to a customer that is not who you're really marketing to, and now you've taken time away from the customers that you want to have.
Yeah, your primary business.
Yes.
And what you're truly trying to work for.
Yes.
And work towards.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why this is such like a dangerous thing for entrepreneurs, because like when they start out, what are they doing? Or when they are a big business and they have people that come in and be like, hey, we know you guys are awesome at this, but can you do this? They still don't want to say no.
Yeah, it's kind of like going into a barbecue place and saying, hey, can you make me some tacos?
And are you going to do it?
No, because that's not what we do. We make brisket.
You love barbecue tacos.
I do, but I don't do it for a business. Yet.
There it is.
Yet.
There it is. Yeah, maybe until I get those tortillas and the rest of the tacos.
Yes.
And then you can really truly...
Carnitas, tacos. Anyway.
See, but that's how we get kind of stuck in this little trap.
It is.
And it's so hard for us to get out of it, which is not something that we are inherently good at.
And why do you think that we have that problem of saying no? What is it in us how does that distract from us? What is it that, we think, we can say yes, but we can go do all these other things. What really is the truth behind that?
So I think one of the main truths, like for me personally, is I am that people pleaser. But also, I want to just help people succeed. And if it takes my time, if it takes my energy, my effort, I want to watch them and help them kind of succeed that way. So I do try to do that. But then on the same point, I have to stop and ask myself, hey, is this helping my business? Is this helping me personally? Is this something that is just taking me away from what I should be doing versus just saying yes? And I know that's what it is for me. I know a lot of other business owners, it is just, I could lose this potential customer.
And it's especially for you and I, because our mantra is people over profits.
Yep, we value people over profits.
And so sometimes when somebody say, hey Neil, let's go grab some lunch. I want some help writing my vision statement.
Yeah, and I am almost 99% guaranteed to be like, yes, I want to help you.
And why wouldn't we? Because that's
what we do. That is exactly what we do. But at the same point, I may have to stop what I'm doing to go focus on that, and then have to get back into it. And then I may not have time to get back into it. So then I'm taking away time, family time, to work on it after, after the workday, or, after Eleanor goes to bed, whatever it may be,
Mhm.
I have to stop and work on it then because I stopped and said
Yep.
yes.
So you're saying sometimes saying yes actually affects our life, health, and business?
That's weird.
That's weird.
That's so weird.
It is.
But it does.
Absolutely.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dangerous because as soon as somebody takes us off track, we have to mentally get on track to whatever we said yes to. Then we have to mentally break that and get back on track to what we were doing before. And that allows us to lose productivity, allows us to lose efficiency. It's actually called context switching cost. And because we are inherently bad, humans in general, not just men, are inherently bad at context switching cost, which is multitasking.
What?
Yeah, I know. The brain is wired weird, and it likes to focus on one thing at a time.
Mhm.
We can say we are good at multitasking, but in general, what that means is we cannot put our full energy, our full thought power into what we are doing. So we are constantly going back and forth, and it actually tires the brain out quite a bit. That context switching cost actually takes away from our efficiency, from our productivity, and from our quality.
Mm-hmm.
And that alone,
That's good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that quality is what we strive to be like known for.
Yeah.
But if we're taking away from that just because we say yes, now we're actually doing our customers a disservice.
Yeah.
When
Absolutely.
you think about it.
Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah.
To say, yeah, sure, I can do this project while you're trying to do other projects. It kind of goes against so many things. People talk about, oh, I'm a good multitasker, or I'm not a good multitasker. And you're just pulling scientific facts out there,
Yep.
Mr. Air Force.
Hey, it's what we do.
Yeah.
Smart
So, but it's good to know because now you talk about tiring, and it's bad enough as entrepreneurs because we don't take breaks like we should be doing and resting our brain, even if it's just for, 15 minutes here or whatever, which kind of goes into the Pomodoro techniques that
Yeah,
you've
it
taught
does,
me.
buddy.
Yeah, look at
Here
that.
we
Look,
go.
he's starting to nerd
Here
out,
we
guys.
go.
Look out. Yeah.
Warmed up over here.
But people don't take breaks as it is. And if you are tasking your brain that way,
Yep.
it's really just not healthy.
It's not. It's not at all. Because then we start focusing on the things that don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And once we start focusing on the things that don't matter, what's that doing to our business itself? And then, more importantly, what's it doing to our life and our health?
Yep.
Because, like you said, it's not healthy. And we are not giving our bodies a chance to rest and recoup,
Right.
to be more productive and to be the quality that we are meant to be.
Right. And like for you and I, our whys are very powerful to
Mhm.
us, is our families, our
Yep.
kids, our
100%.
spouse. They're very important to us. And if we are not taking breaks and we are taxing this and saying yes all the time instead of saying no, now instead of at night reading a story to Eleanor when she goes to bed,
Mhm.
you're over here trying to do stuff that you should have been doing during the day, but you didn't because you said you were going to do this for somebody else.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And I'm gonna nerd out a little bit more. I know. Everybody watch
I would
out.
expect nothing less from
That's
an Air
right.
Force guy.
I know. You guys are welcome. You're welcome. But this goes into like the Pareto principle
Mhm.
as well, the
Yes.
80-20 rule. So 80% of our effort only goes to 20% of our results. Now let's look at it from a different aspect of profit. 80% of our work goes to 20% of our profit, whereas 20% of our work and effort goes to 80% of our profit. If we are constantly saying yes to the 80%,
Mm.
what's that doing for us?
Mm-hmm.
It's not doing anything to help us. It's a very small margin.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could learn to say no and focus on the 20%, the things that truly do matter, that are actually focused on our business
Yeah.
and the path we're trying to go, not just these random things that pop up. Now we're actually focused on our business. We're going to actually grow to higher than what we thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so, here's some examples of things that we come up on as entrepreneurs that we may want to evaluate whether we say yes or no to. And some of them are, hey, Neil, can you come and meet me for lunch and go over my vision? Or, hey,
Yeah,
Neil,
sure.
can you come volunteer at this event?
Oh, I'd love to help you out.
Yeah. How hard is that to say no to? When somebody comes up and say, hey, can you come hang out for a while? We'll even let you set a booth up. Well, really, the whole thing is taken away from other things that's important. But It's hard to
Exactly.
say no. Like,
is.
it's hard to say no. Hey, let's go spend 2-3 hours at the place having tacos and beer. It's hard to say no, but
It's very hard to say no.
it is hard to
It is
say
hard to
no.
say no. You
But
got me
those
with
are
tacos and beer.
yeah. And and other things are sponsoring events.
Yep.
Sponsor events. And sometimes it's hard to say no to that because you want to say, you know what, I'll give you that few $100s or that $500 or that $1,000, and really you're taking away from marketing dollars that you could use for something else, or even equipment,
Correct.
or whatever your business is that could really impact you, or can in fact, even worse, payroll.
Yeah.
You can't pay somebody, so now you as the owner, what are we going to do? We're going to, okay, I won't pay myself so much this month to make sure somebody else gets paid.
Correct. It's exactly what happens. And it all comes down to the root cause of just saying yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like to call it the shiny object.
Mm-hmm.
How many shiny objects do you see? You're just like, ooh, I like it. Ooh, I like that one.
Why do I feel like he's pointing this to me? Do you
I'm
see?
100% pointing it to him because
It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
But we love our shiny objects.
We do.
As entrepreneurs, we are built to say, hey, this is going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we start focusing on it. We start working on it. And then while we're doing that, something else pops up. That's really cool too. I like that. And so you start working on that, a little bit of this now, that. And then that shiny object syndrome just continues. And we never fully encompass what we started.
Wow. That's good.
And we start losing ourselves just following these shiny objects. And then nothing ever gets done.
Yeah.
Or they get done halfway or years later when it's not even impactful anymore. It's not shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a dull object, right?
Yeah, that's good. Because let's say you're focusing on Facebook marketing. You're going to start running ads. You're going to do all this stuff. And then you see some video or you listen to a podcast and you go, oh, you should be doing YouTube.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So now this is shiny.
We should do YouTube.
Hey, we should.
That's a good idea.
But then that shiny takes away from what we started. And then we go, oh, Facebook marketing didn't work. But did we really give it that effort because we saw something shiny, which we should have said no, or, hey, let's do that later.
Exactly. And that's where a lot of people falter just with the marketing in general. Because marketing, you need a minimum of 60 days.
Absolutely.
That is the absolute minimum. Most marketing specialists say 90 days. I know. Now, 90 days for an entrepreneur, that's a whole quarter.
It is.
How hard is it to say no for an entire quarter and continue saying yes to what you're truly focused on?
Yeah, that's hard.
That's hard. And that's just to even see results.
Yeah.
That's not to make your money back. That's not anything else.
Yeah.
That marketing example is a perfect example of what that looks like.
Yeah. And then you just say, oh, my ROI is not there. My return on investment is there, which when you really didn't give it a shot.
Correct.
Because you saw shiny.
Let's cut it out.
Yeah.
Shiny object now.
Yeah.
Let's go with this one.
Yeah.
And that's how we get stuck in this constant rotation of we're never getting ahead. These things are never working.
Yeah.
It's because we can't stop saying yes to everything. We have to say no and just say yes to the things that we truly need to focus on for our business.
So I think we've done a pretty good job of beating up why we need to say no.
Yes.
So, Neil, no. Say no.
Oh, that's right. That's right. No, we have not.
So let's talk about some things to creatively say no, because sometimes saying no can burn a bridge.
It can 100% can burn a bridge, especially if it's a client customer or just professional relationship. When they ask for the sponsorship dollars, they may not come back. And it may be something you truly want to do, you just can't yet. So I like the difference between I can't and I don't.
Go on.
Very powerful statements here. If we say I can't, what does that imply?
That you can't do it.
I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do it. I may not be competent enough, right, to do it. But what does I don't say?
It says I'm not going to.
It says I'm not going to. So we directly implement the no into it. It doesn't have to be like, I don't want to do that or anything like that. It can be just something as simple as, I don't have the time to do that right now. Right now, I'm strategically focused on these objectives. Now it's a softer way of doing it, but you're not saying you don't know how to do it. You're just saying you don't have the time. You don't have the resources, the availability to do it.
Yeah.
And it's a better way to say that than just, well, I can't do that right now. Because now it's like, oh, well, why can't you? kind of thing. You're actively choosing not to.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like for the example of the fundraisers.
Yes.
So, because we constantly see that people
All the
asking
time.
us to sponsor this, sponsor that.
Yep.
A creative way for that might be to say, hey, all my marketing dollars for the year have used up.
Mm-hmm.
The next time you have something come up, please, we can talk about that again. But right now, I've already allocated all my marketing dollars for the year.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, that's exactly what happens to a lot of small businesses.
Yeah.
They do focus on things in the beginning of the year. They say yes to them, then they don't say no.
Yeah.
At the end of the well, they have to say no at the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's
So what's a creative way to, say no to the energy vampires, the ones that want to just take all your time that really is not going to provide value. I don't want to say that not everything is. I mean, like if somebody is like you and I, we meet people all the time that are not tab members today. They may be down the road,
correct.
but we still meet them and feed into them because we believe in them
Yep.
and we value people over profits. But sometimes that can get dangerous if we
Very.
do it a lot.
Very.
So what are some of the things that we can say to folks
Yep.
who are trying to suck that energy, the energy vampires?
Yes. So I like to first acknowledge them. Just I appreciate you so much for coming to me
Mm-hmm.
and thinking of me first. Currently, we are doing this, this, and this, or currently my time is spent doing this,
Mm-hmm.
but I have somebody you can talk to.
Right. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I'm still going to try to give them value because I may not be the person for them anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still going to try to give them value while kind of saying no at the same time. So first I acknowledge, like, I'm just so glad that you came to me. I really appreciate that that's how you think of me. Currently, right now, we're doing this. Unfortunately, we just can't or
Right.
don't have the resources or availability to meet,
Mm-hmm.
but this person does.
Yeah. And that can be hard to say no because when they say, hey, it can be a dopamine hit. Oh, I don't want to go too scientific because I know how you
Here we
get.
go.
But when somebody comes up and says, Neil, I think, I got some business ideas that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Neil, I know you're awesome in business. Wow. How hard is that to say no to?
Yeah.
When they ask for help and they inflate your ego like that and you get that big hit and you're like, what? Oh, all right. Yeah. So that's hard to say no to, but
It is.
it is detrimental to everything in
Yeah.
our three-legged stool of life, health, and business.
Correct. And there's so many other good resources out there, especially like with that example specifically. Somebody came and told that to me, and I just don't have the time or availability to help them or work with them. Like I would tell them, be like, hey, I appreciate you for doing that, but let's get you in contact with somebody from the Small Business Development Center.
Yeah.
This is their bread and butter. This is their
Yes.
jam.
Yep.
They will help you way more than I can.
Yeah.
And I can push them off to them because we have a good working relationship anyway.
Yes, we do. SBDC is awesome.
They are.
Mhm.
And if we can get them in contact with them, then we can continue, we can follow up later.
Yeah.
But we've provided them a better resource than what I could currently give them in the first place.
Yeah.
So,
And honestly, you're still showing that caring and who you are by saying, or not necessarily saying it, but just following up with them.
exactly.
When you got 10 minutes of downtime, call them up and say, hey, how'd that go?
Yeah.
So,
That's exactly it. Well, what about you? What are some creative ways you like to say no?
wow, I try to, it's hard to say no, especially being an I. And the
Uh-huh.
disc, I'm super people pleaser. It's
You are.
extremely hard for me.
It's
But I
terrifying.
have to, it is. And I'm telling you, if you're not a high, I'm like, what, 96 or 97?
Yeah, you're ridiculous.
It is. It's like almost crazy. My wife's like that on the S&C, which is
Yes.
weird in our house sometimes, but that's a whole nother story. Another podcast there. It's,
Yay.
but I try to, acknowledge them. Like if somebody comes to me for that instant, I'm going to say, hey, I appreciate that. That means a lot to me that you feel that way about me.
Yeah.
Go talk to Neil.
Ooh. See what he did there? Did you? Awful.
Ah.
Awful. Now I
didn't-
got to be the bad guy.
I didn't say no.
He didn't say no. Just go talk to Neil. He'll be fine.
Yeah, but I try to find out a little bit more about what they're looking for, like you mentioned with the SBDC, to see what
Yeah.
it is what they want. Because if they're talking about financing, hey, I need to fundraise,
Mhm.
then it's better to send them to SBDC or some, SBC or even some of the banks around or that
Yeah.
we know that are small business friendly to talk to them versus me.
Correct.
Because now when I say yes to that, I'm wasting their time and my time.
Yep.
that's not helping anybody.
No, we're actually just hurting.
Mm-hmm.
We're hurting everybody if we continue doing that.
Yeah. And that kind of goes to that whole mindset of when you look at businesses, it's good to be collaborative
Yep.
instead of competitive.
Ooh, I like it. Yes.
So that's where you can do that. And in these relationships, you've done an amazing job here in Pensacola with this,
Well, thank you.
with the
Appreciate it.
meeting all these people. You meet people all the time and you are consistently collaborating with others.
Yeah.
And you don't see them as competition. You say, hey, look, we can go over here and get these help. Then, and like the exit strategy, we talk about exit strategy all the time, but there are some folks that is all they do.
Correct.
And it's better for them to talk to them. So it's not competition, it's collaboration.
Yeah, we can get them started, and then they can have a better, more in-depth conversation
Absolutely.
with that expert that they need to actually talk with.
Right.
Yeah.
And we didn't say no.
We didn't say no.
Or say yes. I mean, we didn't
didn't
say
say
yes.
yes.
We didn't say no.
We kind of said no.
We just send them to the right
skirted them.
place. Mhm.
Yes.
I think that's important to know that. And it's hard as small business owners in that note to say, hey, you should go talk to somebody else because we want to be the expert. We want all the business. And it's just not feasible. It's like, I was in a computer and IT for a while, and the guy told me it was super wisdom that he gave me. And he was older. He was older than me, so it was old man wisdom.
Old man wisdom. Here we come, baby.
And he said to me, because we were doing computer repair and we were talking about competition, and he said, Mickey, if every computer breaks in the city, can you fix them all? No, you can't.
Nope.
So it's good to have collaboration.
It is.
It is because you don't necessarily, and it's just the same way for everything.
I like that. With that collaboration, if you're trying to help somebody, but it's not your strong suit, like it's something we can help them with, but we know somebody else can help them better, that collaboration actually enforces our brand identity. And that right there is what entrepreneurs struggle with. Like they have their brand identity, but then if they keep saying yes to everything, what happens to their brand identity?
It becomes watered down.
It becomes watered down. It's not their true brand of what they're trying to do and trying to focus on.
Yeah.
But if we collaborate with each other, my brand is this, your brand is that. Somebody comes talk to me, I'll help them get what they need to go talk to you because that's your brand, not mine. And vice versa. If we can work on that collaboration aspect throughout the community, now we have just people helping people all over the place. And everybody's saying no to everybody. And the right people are saying yes to everybody.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's you get the right yeses and the right nos.
Right.
Sending them off to protect your brand identity and to enforce the collaboration aspect that we have.
Right. Like the example of the exit strategy.
Yep.
Because if you work on that, now that person's sending everybody they know to come talk to us about exit strategy. And that's not our primary focus.
No. But if we send them to them, they may send them to us to help them get ready to exit.
Yeah.
Because now we're going to get their multiples up higher because they said, hey, you need to do this, this, and this, get your multiples up. Go back to Neil and he'll help.
Yep. Rising tide raises all ships.
Ooh, I love it. What an amazing quote.
It is. I love that quote.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we are about out of time here.
Aww.
So I know it's super fun, but what old man wisdom?
Old man wisdom.
Here we go.
Time. Time is your most valuable commodity that you have. You can get more money. You can buy new houses. You get new cars.
Yep.
You can get new friends even.
You can buy them.
Well, you could, but you can't get your time back.
No.
Be respectful of each other's time. And one thing that I would encourage people is if you have a friend that's a small business owner and you go to them and you want them to do something for them, don't expect discounts because time is important. So they may want to do that for you. You may think you're helping your friend out by giving them business, but you're not. But time is the most important thing. And remember your why.
It's deep.
At the end of the day, the why is the most important thing. It's why we do this.
It is. Yep.
And if I'm doing things that are wasting my time, I'm taking it away from my why, which is my family and you as well. And that's just heartbreaking.
Yeah. So we're saying yes and we're saying no to our families.
That's right.
We're saying no to our why by saying yes to everything.
That's right.
That is some deep old man wisdom.
Once in a while, I pull something good out.
That's not often. You guys got lucky.
Yeah.
That's not often. that's kind of like a right now thing on the spot. But yeah, no, I like that. That's super deep.
Thanks.
So yeah. Well, but that is a wrap for us today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to listen to us, to hear Mickey give some of that rare old man wisdom that he's got kind of up in there. I don't know where it's stored. Most things just go in one ear and out the other.
You know, it comes a lot to me when I'm eating tacos and barbecue. It's just
true.
the wisdom
It's
flows.
just the wisdom. There it is. That's the wisdom.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. If you guys do have anything that you would like us to talk about, please let us know. We would
Yes.
love to hear. Don't forget to like or subscribe.
Leave
And
comments too.
Leave comments.
Yes,
Yeah, we love the
we love 'em.
comments because we love to engage. This is what this is all about. Just helping business owners with the things that nobody else ever talks about.
Absolutely.
So, yep. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll
Thank
catch you
you.
next time.
See ya.
Yeah. Hustling and grinding, don't know where to go. And my coast board got the knowledge flow. Whispers in the wind, strategies unfold. Business blueprint like a pirate's code.